Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. How was your week? Do anything fun? Did you do anything for yourself, most importantly? So we had a little bit of snow. I wouldn't even say we had an inch of snow. But it does make me a little nervous for fire season because here they utilize the snow from the to help moist the ground, keep the ground nice and moist and not too dry for fire season. And then even with the mountain, like there's one of the creeks but when the snow melts, it comes down the mountain and fills the creek. So yeah. But one of Sean's colleagues said that like 1 year it actually snowed in June here. So we'll see. Hopefully that's not like that this year, but we will see. We got plans for the spring to go floating. Ain't that right, Bentley? He's passed out. He did open his eye when I said that. Sweet baby boy. All right. So let's talk about resources available. There are so many resources available out there that you may or may not know about. While we talk about preventing and working through burnout outside of work and how to incorporate that into your daily life, we're also confirming that you may already be doing it. Others talk about handling it while at work and steps you can take to deal with it in the moment. Julie Squires, I believe that is how you pronounce her last name. I apologize if it's not. She is a compassion fatigue specialist and certified life coach with a bachelor's degree in zoology and over 25 years of experience in veterinary medicine, yes. I actually had I actually got to see her talk at a CE earlier last year, and she was really good. But she has webinars and she has a podcast called Rekindling with Julie Squires. I haven't yet had the chance to listen to it. We go on. I've been listening to a couple of other podcasts in the veterinary community. So hers I haven't had a chance to listen to, but it is on my list of things to listen to. But I did include her website in the description. So everything's on the website, like the webinars, or, if you want to do one-on-one coaching with her podcast, like where you can find her podcast is also on there. I think like she puts like the latest episodes on her website. So definitely check that out as well if you're interested. But she does talk about like what you can do in the moment at work with that. So, and then NOMV, Not One More Vet. I know I talk about them all the time. They have some really good talks on YouTube as well. So if you go to their YouTube channel, some of their things are really good. They don't post a lot like that frequently with it, so it's kind of easy to keep up with. So especially if you find one that sounds interesting to you or you want to learn more about, definitely check those out. Sean and I actually had watched one. It was actually, what I like is they do their webinars and then they'll put their webinars on the YouTube or on the tube on YouTube. So they'll put their webinars on the tube and you can go back and watch them. Sean and I actually watched one of their webinars. It was really good. He really enjoyed that as well. I was talking about, I think, burnout and compassion fatigue, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. And then you have, and of course, there's also, those are more for, then there's also other interesting veterinary related podcasts for general information in the field. One of them is Clone of Shame with Dr. Andy Rorick, which I've really enjoyed listening to. He has like technicians on there. He has he has all different types of like veterinarians on there, technicians, people in the veterinary field that aren't necessarily veterinarians. So like things with AI, things with, if they do some form of, I guess, and I don't say equipment is the best, yeah. So he has different people on there. His podcasts are fairly short. Most of them are under 30 minutes, if that. And so, yes. And with his podcast, I actually came across the next one through his podcast. He actually had Dr. Lance Roasa on his podcast, and he plugged in his new podcast called Office Hours with the Rosa Law Group. So it's where veterinary medicine meet real-world legal guidance. So I am a business person, so to me, this podcast is fascinating. I love it. So I do a lot of times when Sean, like if he does contracts or anything like that with any new jobs he's taken, I'll look over the contract to see if anything kind of like stands out or is questionable or, something needs clarifying in the contract. So this has helped confirm like what I'm looking for. It has also things that we kind of thought with the veterinary industry, that's things that are no longer the case, you should say. I guess they were once fact and now myth. How people, what employers and stuff are looking for. He was a veterinarian. He is a veterinarian, was a veterinarian, and then went to law. So he only does veterinary law, but he only does specific states. So I think it's like, for some reason, I won't say like, I know Montana's one of them, but there's a couple other states he's only licensed in to practice in. But they do like contracts, they do business, like purchasing businesses and stuff. But just his podcasts are really interesting. Like they've talked about AI, they'll talk about non-compete. They've talked about, I think, purchasing. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I don't get it mixed up with the other one, Clone of Shame. But he just is fairly new, so there's not that many on there. But and you might not all of them might be of interest to you. They're just me because I'm more of a business person, business minded. But to you, there are things on there that you could get something out of. So whether it's to confirm what you already know, or to provide new information that you didn't know. But yes, definitely check that out. Both of those links I did put to their YouTube channels in the description, so you can find them easily. Go to them and find their channels easily to make sure you got the right one. But definitely check them out. And also too, don't forget, like, you also have, if you're a VEX member, you also have Headspace. So you do have free access to Headspace if you're a VEX member. So don't forget about that. That is, definitely good, especially if you want to get into meditation. Headspace is one of those really good apps that you have to pay for normally. So, for access. So, if you're a VEX member, definitely take advantage of that. If you're not a VEX member, I would say do the VEX membership, because most of the time the clinic will pay for it. If you're doing relief work and you're a independent contractor as a relief worker, your VEX membership is a business expense for you. So you can utilize that as a business expense right off with your taxes. So you still get the other benefits of the VEX. You get the business expense write-off, and then you also get access to Headspace. So something to think about. All right. So anyways, but those are a few things that I've found that may help you, may not. If there's something that you listen to or that you found that works or that you think other people would find helpful, definitely put those in the comments. So we're definitely here to share everything, right? Because in most cases, sharing is caring. Some cases it's not. All right. So with that, thank you for watching. Don't forget, you have Lifeboat with NOMV, Not One More Vet. That is the peer-to-peer support that you can do. Reach out. You also have 988. You can call or text if you need someone to speak to immediately. You also have 741. 741 you can text home to if you need to speak to someone immediately as well. Right now, I would say definitely save those some way in your phone or somewhere where you know that you will find them and know what they are if you need them. All right. So, my favorite poem for you guys. It's inspired by an old poem. You may not know the world needs you, but it does. For no one else can smile your smile, say your piece, or shine your light. You are unique, and you alone can fill your place. If you were not here to shine your light, what would happen to the pilgrims passing by your empty place in the darkness, without your light to guide them on their way? You may not know the world needs you, but it does. Remember, what you do matters, and the world is a better place with you in it. Dear person's company. We'll see you next week. Do something good for yourself.